Russos brand family. We are family.
Alterna TV.
Oh, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Alterna TV. As always, I'm your host, Brandon Stransky. To be honest, man, I honestly almost completely forgot I had to record today. Yeah, I ended up between stuff I had to get going on and going to help my buddy out at his screen printing shop today. Just kind of got away from me and I almost completely forgot about this until I saw my notifications, people liking my tweet of saying it's going to record today, which is the reminder. So here it is. We're going to do the show today. Got a few, now it's not going to be a big show. Mainly just to kind of reiterate some of the stuff. Give a few opinions on something. Talk a little bit about what I've dug up and learned. Some very important things that are going on. Might explain why things are the way they are right now. But anyway, first thing I wanted to go over today is Trailer Park Boys. As I'm sure if you've watched any episode of this show, you know I'm a huge fan of that show. And more evidence, yes, go ahead and say evidence. Just evidence keep popping up that they are indeed going to be going animated, at least for season 13. There's another Reddit post of somebody claiming to be working on the show, saying that, yeah, he's one of the guys working on the animated show. And people weren't were of course skeptical, but somebody did pose the question. This is why I believe this guy is telling the truth. Is one person brought up the passing of John Dunsworth, who played Mr. Leahy, his passing, and he replied that his death actually was a very major factor in them deciding to go animated, and also dropped a hint that a certain character whose actor also passed away, maybe making an appearance, or maybe appearing on the animated show. The only clue I'm going to give you is, what are you looking at my gut for? Alright. What else is there? I got to put over LeBron James, what he's doing. This dude is a freaking saint, what he's doing to help people who really need it. And this is what we need more of. This is what needs to be done. This actually works so much better than having government go, oh yeah, we're going to take this, we're going to take your money and just throw it at this thing, and yeah, it's not going to be great, it's not going to be anything special, but it'll get the job done. Whereas this guy, who's made millions of dollars, gone from all over the country, he's played in Ohio, he's played in Florida, now he's playing in California. Dude's a freaking saint, man. And this whole Trump thing going after him, Trump, just shut the hell up. Just shut the hell up. I don't care if you're trolling. I don't care if you're trying to cause a distraction. When a dude's doing something like this, just shut up. Just shut up. What else is there? Man, I don't know what's going on with the World of Warcraft storytelling. Like, the way they're handling it is they make you want, like, playing Horde just makes you feel like you might as well be playing a Nazi with how bad the writing of that faction has gotten, except one lone, flicker of hope, and that is how they've handled Sourfang, and they've handled him very well. There's a rumor going around that they actually hired psychiatrists to help assist the writing staff and try to show them how to write for somebody who's suffering from this particular mental problem, and they're going all in with him having, that character having the post-traumatic stress disorder of just, the atrocities he had committed that he was incredibly regretful of, and now, and what happened with his son in Wrath of the Lich King, and then having Sylvanas just completely just yank those old wounds open and dump a bucket of salt in them. That character is getting I think that particular character is getting a bit of a, he's going to be getting a push. I hope that they actually do something really meaningful with him. instead of just building him up to feed him to a baddie to get that, you know, new heel over. I really hope that they give him a satisfying, you know, arc. They've actually done his writing very well. All right, the big thing I wanted to get into is there is a I'll send the links to Chantel to put in the description, but there is some radio broadcast of, I mean, I've talked about him before, William Cooper. I went back and listened to some of the old ones that he did on a series he called Treason, where he basically, he actually took documents from the State Department, congressional hearings, just so much other stuff that, like, actual documented, he reads on the air, basically saying, we know the constitutional government of the actual constitutional government of the United States has not been in existence for close to about since Truman was in office. He was the traitor who basically sold us to the UN and basically reads all the documents, just showing that this is what's going on, how the United States doesn't exactly exist as a sovereign nation anymore, so it's now a vassal of the UN, and pretty much everybody since the 30s, every politician has basically been a knowing traitor in all of this. And some incredible highlights. One that really blew my mind was the Korean War. We were never meant to win it, because it was the first war that was fought under the UN, that we fought under the UN banner, despite the fact that we supplied 90% of the funding and 90% of the troops. But the head of the UN military forces, thanks to a deal by Alger-Hiss and Molotov, the head of the UN military forces will always be a Russian communist. So all of our intelligence trying to fight against the North Koreans and the Chinese during the Korean War was sent through that communist Russian military leader, who then forwarded over to the North Koreans and the Chinese. We never stood a chance. We were never meant to win that war. That's just one big example. He cites where you can find these, where you can read them yourself, and I highly recommend go look for these documents, go read them. I found one of them. It was not easy to find. It was actually very difficult. The internet searches they've buried it so deep in the internet searches, the search engines. You're gonna have to dig to find this stuff. And I tried going to the U.S. Congressional Records website. They cut off at 95. It's 95 or 95, 96, 97, and on. Nothing older than that's on their website. But gee, I wonder why. But anyway, go. I highly recommend you guys go listen to those. The links will be provided. Go listen to them. Write the stuff down. Go research it for yourself. And it might explain why there's a lot of what's going on is what's going on. That's it for this week. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys later. Have a great day.